Hello friends, how are you all? Hope you are doing great at various aspects of your lives. The perks of being a professional book reviewer include a chance to explore various book genres. Today I am going to talk about the Shiva Sutras, penned by Ranjit Chaudhri and published by FingerPrint Publishing. Let us take a look at the book cover before we start exploring more details about the Shiva Sutras. If you are the cover designer of this book, what will be your first image for the same? Obviously, you will try to illustrate an image of Lord Shiva doing his never-ending tapasya in lotus pose, right? And then there can be an illustration of a leafy page where some words are written in Sanskrit. Another image can have, if you know the legend of the Shiva Sutras, is in addition to Lord Shiva, a sage is given some scriptures or shown directions by Lord Shiva. Well, you can have your imaginations, but let us look at what the designer of this book came out with. Now check for yourself how much of your imagination matches with that of the cover designer. I found the cover page decent and attractive. It looks something spiritual and eye-pleasing. The Shiva Sutras is actually an ancient Indian, that is Bharatiya scripture, roots of which can be traced back to thousands of years in the past. As per the legend, these sutras were conveyed by Lord Shiva himself to sage Vasugupta in the 8th century. The Shiva Sutras are a collection of more than 100 sutras, which are like lines or phrases, and is publicly available on the internet. They are Shambho Vaya, Chaitanyamatma, Gnanam Bandha, Yoni Varga, Kala Shariram, Agnanadhisthana Matruka, Udyamo Bhairava, Shaktri Chakra Sandhane Vishwa Sanhara, Jagrat Swapna Shushupta Vede Turiya Bhoga Sambhava, Gnanam Jagrata Shwapno Vikalpa, Aviveko Maya Saushuptam, Tritaya Bhokta Vireshah, Vishmayo Yoga Bhumika, Ichha Shakti Ruma Kumari, Drashyam Shariram, and so on. You can read them all in our review article at thinkerviews.com, of course. So, while it is available to read for free, why should we go ahead and pay for a book on the same? Well, the Shiva Sutras, as you can see, are small idiom-like phrases that hold a treasure of knowledge within. But to understand the message within, one needs guidance from someone learned. Otherwise, it is easy to misinterpret the same. For example, Gnanam Bandha. Doesn't it contradict the popular belief knowledge liberates? This is what we are taught since the early childhood days, right? I remember having a logo with the words Sa Vidya Ya Vimuktaye printed on my school books. And yes, we know that in real life, knowledge is the best resource one can possess. So, why Shiva Sutras tell the opposite? Well, it doesn't. It actually means to say that incomplete knowledge is harmful. I found this book a good resource where all these sutras are explained in detail. It allows us to explore the actual message this treasure of knowledge is meant to convey. Some of these sutras are explained in a single page, while some of them are explained even in 4 or 5 pages based on the complexity of the message it contains. The author has really done hard work in explaining these sutras and coming up with examples and back references wherever needed. In this time when we read a lot of books on ancient scriptures being explored from different perspectives, it feels good to see something lesser known explored in a simple yet effective manner. Ours is the culture where the truth seekers and knowledge holders are respected beyond everyone and everything else. The real treasure mankind possesses is not located in the mines of gold or diamond or any other such composition. It is the scriptures holding the knowledge, wisdom, and life lessons. That is why I like the way the book is dedicated to those who saved these Shiva Sutras even in difficult times we cannot imagine. It reads to the brave Kashmiri Pandits who preserved this ancient text for the benefit of all mankind. The book also contains a photograph of Shankarpal, the stone on which the Shiva Sutras were inscribed. It is found in a stream of Danchigam National Park, which is situated outside Srinagar. While no one to our knowledge has seen the covered side of this stone, it is not possible to say whether the sutras were written exactly as they are mentioned everywhere on this stone or are written in a different language like Prakrit, Pali, Kashmiri or any other, but this photograph somehow adds to the authenticity of the scripture. I would love to talk about many attributes of the book by quoting lines and segments I like, but it will then contain spoilers that I consciously want to avoid as far as possible. I, however, must say that I like the conversation of a dualism, non-dualism in this book. The way it talks about how we tend to consider everything from the perspective of physical appearance rather than the immaterial stuff. With an example, we identify ourselves by our bodies, while the true self of a person is his or her soul, the energy which keeps his body going. The book has some limitations too. Well, I cannot comment on the examples the author has explored or some explanations that I found could have been better, as it is his domain and he is entitled to explore his vision, which of course he did quite well. But in my opinion, he should have included the original Sanskrit sutras in the chapter titles. He used phonetic English versions instead. I like the way the book is formatted. The fonts are a little bigger and thus are more readable. The author has included a bibliography at the end, which is also a positive aspect of the book. I also like the way all the sutras are listed at the end of the book. However, I think he should have included them in the beginning and should have used them as a table of contents. The book is distinguished into 3 segments. In the same way, the sutras are grouped in the original resources available, of course. Thus, they remain consistent with the source. Let me add the disclaimer that the book is provided by the publisher in exchange of a genuine and unbiased book review, and the review is uninfluenced by all means, as always. So in summary, I like this book. It is, however, not for everyone. If you love reading something full of wisdom which has a spiritual inclination, this book is a good choice. ThinkerViews rating would be around 7.5 stars out of 10. So, have you already read the book? Are you planning to read it? What do you think about this book review? Do you find it helpful in deciding whether to go for the book or not? Please do share your genuine remarks via comments below. If you have enjoyed listening to the review, please hit the like button and do not forget to share it with your friends and other fellows whom you think such reviews interest more. Till we meet with our next podcast, bye bye, take care, namaskar.